Today's the day we get into the 2023 Jack Daniel's Twice Barreled Rye. I can't wait. Welcome back to another episode of Neat Bourbon. My name's Tanner, and today we are talking about the Jack Daniel's Twice Barreled Rye. I am so excited to review this bottle. This is my very first limited release Jack Daniel's product that I've been able to find. So really excited to have this one here to review today. If you don't know, the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, this bottle won my bourbon of the year. I think that it is a lights out pour and an amazing value that can be found on almost every shelf for that $65 price point. If you can handle that 130 proof, you're gonna love this bottle. Also, this year as well, the Jack Daniel's, single barrel proof rye. This one's coming in at 135 proof. It's at 75 or 70% rye, 18% corn, and then 12% malted barley. These are amazing bottles and came in second for my rye of the year. And now we have the Twice Barreled Rye. This is not barrel proof. It comes in only at 100 proof, but that's great. You've got these amazing barrel proof offerings. It's about time that Jack Daniel's starts taking over the 100 proof space as well. Now, I kind of like the toasted products, but I haven't found one that really knocked it out of the park for me. So I'm really hoping that this one does it. It's non-age stated-ish, but it does tell you right up here on the neck tag that it went into the first barrel of March of 2015, and then 5 years later, in 2020, it went into the secondary barrel that is heavily toasted and lightly charred in November of 2020. So it sat in there for about 2.5 years. So all in all, we have a 7.5 to 8 year old bourbon total age time. So that's pretty cool. And again, the mash on this thing is 70% rye, 18% corn, and 12% malted barley. But enough of all that. Let's go ahead and get into the notes. That is rich. Wow. Yeah, definitely picking up a little bit like the Cherry Deep, little marshmallowy there as well. Got a lot of brown sugar coming across. Man, yeah, that is fantastic. Almost, it's like that toastiness of the caramel makes it taste or smell kind of like a butterscotch. Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, a lot of cinnamon. Maybe a little nutmeg. That is, that rye spice is there. A hair of a little mint in there as well. Wow, that is a really complex nose there. This is one of those noses that you can just jump into the class. You kind of want to live in for a little bit. Man, yeah, it's not really coming off wildly hot, on the nose. It's not cinching the nostrils, but it's punching them with a whole bunch of robustness. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the palate. Cheers. If you look at the glass, oh man, it's really oily as well. Whew. Wow, that is good. That is good. Now, it comes across that toasty, vanilla marshmallowy, kind of profile that they say you can get on so many toasted products. I haven't really that's always been a note that's kind of evaded me, but I kind of feel that vanilla note with that oak char and the viscosity on this does kind of give me that little bit of a gooey toasted marshmallow profile, which is awesome. Yeah, and then like that like butterscotch profile that like I get so much on the Michters toasted barrel strength rye. So that butterscotch profile is found on this on this Jack Daniels, but it's not like overly sweet, and that's why I like this pour so much. It's not too sweet. I think like that chariness does a fantastic job of balancing out all of like that additional sweetness that you can get from like the toasting process. That Jack Daniels, like a little bit of that banana is in there as well. Like a banana's Foster in there. But then of course, like in coming across into like that mid palate, you're picking up some like that rosemary mint like profile. It's definitely taking kind of like a back seat to like that very sweet butterscotchy profile coming across in the front. That butterscotchy profile with like that vanilla toasted marshmallow, right there. You're definitely getting that butterscotch up front, and then it kind of moves over into like that vanilla toasted marshmallow. Yeah, and then into like that rye spice there. But you're always getting like hints of like that oaky char, profile, kind of like complementing every single stage of this palate. Man, yeah. The butterscotch is really coming out strong now on the nose after the palate. Yeah, all in all, I'm think this is a spectacular. Yeah, like that toasted marshmallow, when I breathe out, really shines through there. I think that this is an amazing pour. I love this pour. I think this is exactly what I needed to like really wow me for a toasted rye product, because I want to do a quick side by side here of the Michters barrel strength toasted rye and just kind of give some comparisons, because both of these bottles right here are the two heavy hitter toasted rye products out there right now. And if there's one I'm missing, please let me know. But as far as I'm concerned, like these are the two, heavy hitter toasted ryes. Yeah, so like that butterscotch note is just, I feel like not getting much of like nearly as much of like that rich oakiness that you're getting. Yeah. The nose on this is like lighter but so much sweeter. Like it is just such, like I said it in my review before, like a little bit of like a toasty smoked butterscotch, but like so sweet on that butterscotch. And like it smells amazing. I don't know. It's to me, I think it's just a little too sweet personally. For like my liking, I think like the deep richness and a little bit more of that complexity there with like that oak profile and like that vanilla like shining through on the palate, giving you a little bit of like that marshmallowy, profile there. I think like that is like calling my name for like the decadence. The complexity here, is a little bit lighter. I gotta like hunt and search a little bit more, but like because of that butterscotch is just so upfront and pungent. And then like the rye spice, definitely getting a lot more rye spice on this one than I am on the Jack Daniels. I'm not saying that this is bad at all. I'm just like want to call out like how sweet and confectionery sugary, that this pour is. Anyways, let's get to the palate. Cheers. Yeah, that is still really good though. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I just think that let's go right before. Yeah, so again, this is 100 proof. This one's 108 proof. I think that this Jack Daniels comes across a little bit more robust and like complex on the palate. I think they're still like they have very similar like profiles in the sense of like flavor profiles. I think like the big like difference is you get like that vanilla like toasted marshmallow note kind of right after that butterscotch note. I think the butterscotch note on the palate for this Michter's toasted rye is way sweeter, way stronger. The rye spice is like immediately following, that butterscotchy sweetness. So in the rye spice takes a little bit more of a back seat, in the profile on this. So if you are more of a rye fan, I think you might, if you're looking for more like rye note profiles, I think you might enjoy this Michters a little bit more. Just know that that toasted smoky butterscotch is very sweet and very strong and very upfront. So if that's screaming your name, go for the Michters. Looking for a little bit more of a depth of rich oak profile coming through, and a little bit more complexity in terms of the sweetness that is coming across on this pour, I think that the Jack Daniels would be for you. Me personally, I'd pick the Jack Daniels over the Michters, but that's just my opinion. Hey, let me know in the comments down below. Have you guys had the opportunity to try both of these? Which one would you choose? If you haven't had them, which one would you choose? Do you like the Michters? Do you think you like the Jack? These bottles are both fantastic. I'm incredibly fortunate to have both of them, but I personally would give the nod to the Jack Daniels. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you have, would you please consider subscribing? Would you please give me a like? And as always, my name's Tanner. This is Neat Bourbon. And pop the bottles and share the pours, and we'll see you in the next one.